What's up, family? Thank you so much for tuning in to Free World TV. And I have three clips for you guys to see today. And first things first, I just want y'all to know that the reason my goal here is to help women. I feel like I have a deep calling to wake women up. I truly feel that way, and I'm feeling that way more now than I ever have. I feel like that it's my calling. I feel like it's my job to learn more and to help women wake up and realize their power and decenter men. Doesn't mean hate men. I ain't trying to teach women how to hate men, but decenter them. Don't make them the center of your fucking world. Don't make them the biggest goal in life is to find one. They're the easiest thing to get. A man is the easiest fucking thing to get. You ain't missing out on shit. Live your life, do what you got to do first, and then think about finding a man, because I'm telling you, they're easy. You may think women are more easy because you listen to what men say all the time. No, everything that men say about women, it's the opposite way. They project. All they do is project. And even to the point of women hit the wall or they're infertile. No, men are infertile. A woman's eggs never get old her whole entire life. But sperm does get old. The older a man gets, the worse his sperm becomes. The older a man gets, the more worms he have. That's why you don't fuck old men. They got worms. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all hear these two videos. I just want y'all to listen to what this man is saying in this first clip that I'm about to show y'all, because I think a lot of women can relate. A lot of y'all don't even know. A lot of us, like, there was a point in time I didn't know I was being affected by the patriarchy or being affected by men, even as a little girl, just being affected by men, period. Just being affected by men. So, a lot of women, you are going to be able to relate to this. So, listen closely to what this man is saying, and we're going to talk about it.
4 times more likely to die by simply not expressing.
Women are particularly programmed not to say no in this culture. It costs them hugely in terms of mental and physical health. They looked at 2,000 women over a 10-year period, and those women that were unhappily married and didn't express their feelings were 4 times as likely to die as those women who were also unhappy, but they did express their feelings. So the issue wasn't happiness, the issue was authenticity.
So there, he said that it wasn't happiness that they were missing out on. It was authenticity. So a woman who is unable to speak up for herself and just she's automatically shut down. She's going to die way earlier than she should, because it's very important. And if you go to religion and things like that, they want the woman to shut the fuck up. Women shouldn't speak. There is a reason why in almost everything in this world that we know, the woman should just be quiet. The woman should just shut the fuck up. There's a reason why they don't want women to speak, because the words from women are powerful. The men know that if women start talking, it's going to bring down their fucking castle. It's going to wake a whole bunch of women up. And that's what men fear the most. All women waking up, and now they have no chance with none of them. None of them. Okay? That's why they got to try to scare you and tell you you're going to get old and die alone. No, you're going to get old and die alone. You're just protecting. They got to find things to scare women. But we'll let them continue.
Self-expression.
Yes, that is profound.
It's frightening.
But why are we not talking about that? I mean, that is, so you see, 4 times more likely to die by simply not expressing.
Yeah, we live in a society which very much is dependent on roles, and roles depend on how other people see you. So we all want to be seen in the best possible light, and society punishes us for being authentic.
Okay, so he said that our society is like ran by roles, and a lot of people get punished for being themselves or being authentic. And the reasons we get punished for being authentic because society as a whole, the norm, it's like we're in a box. They want us to stay in a box. If you step outside of that box, you're doing too much. You're too loud. You're doing the most. You're not normal. Okay. So that's just how most societies are. And all in all, with this whole message of this clip here is I want women to get that message that women are programmed not to say no, especially when it comes to men. I feel that is so true because there was plenty of times in my life, even as a little girl, I remember always, no matter what, when I see a man, it was just no. It's like I don't know why I did that. Nobody told me that I had to do. Like my mom didn't say you need to do this anytime you see a man. It was just instilled in us like that. There was even a time where no matter if a man was around, I always tried to prove myself to be a good girl around any man. Oh, that little girl is going to be a good wife one day when she grew up. I used to always try to be on my best behavior to please men. And I know I'm not the only one. Why did I feel that way as a little fucking girl? And that's what makes it so easy for older men to touch on you when they shouldn't be touching on you. Because I was programmed. I thought I had to let these motherfuckers touch my private parts. I thought I had to let that happen, but I didn't. Women are programmed, and we don't even realize we're being programmed as little girls. This is what people don't really understand. If you I wish I could just instill this in so many people's head. I wish I could, but I know I can't. Some people just ain't gonna see, and it is what it is. But we're gonna go to the next. So this guy, he is one of my mutuals on TikTok. I love what he said. And if you know, you know. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. You have to have a certain type of, you have to have been able to open your mind to a certain extent to understand what this man is about to say. A lot of y'all's gonna be like, ah, plooey. And that's why we don't click. That's why we don't click. I've learned that I am not gonna surround myself with people who don't understand me. I'm too lazy to try to help people understand me. If you want to understand me, you know what to do. I know the lengths people are willing to go to understand people that they truly love and care about. I've done it. I've done it. So I know that if you don't understand what this man's saying, we have nothing to talk about. But listen, ladies, hopefully y'all hearing what this man is saying, it may unlock something in your mind and let you know that you are a badass with or without a fucking man. You are a badass. You're better without one. But, it is what it is. But take a listen
Just
to this.
a PSA, society suppresses women simply because it causes them to not be able to tap into their divine feminine. And the trauma from that suppression is literally what blocks a woman from being able to tap into her divine femininity. And as a repercussion, they condition men to not listen to women. So if there is a woman in her divine feminine, you're not even gonna know because you've been conditioned not to listen to her. She just ain't talking about nothing. Yes, women are emotional, but that's literally what they were designed to be. And it's that very emotionalness that keeps her more connected to the ethereal plane than dudes are. So in order to have significant spiritual insight, you need your divine feminine.
Yes, ladies, you need to understand the power that you hold. It irks my fucking nerves to see women just so crazy over men. Younger women, I give y'all grace. I'm not mad at younger women because I understand you got to grow. And a lot of times, your growth is going to come from being hurt by these stupid men. A lot of it's going to come from by being hurt by them. So I give the younger women grace. But if you are 25 and above, you disgust me if you are crazy about men, because I'm telling you, dealing with men, and I'm not saying they're all of them are bad, but I'm saying if you have a calling, if there's something that you need to be doing, and this is not for every woman. This is not for every woman. It's for those women who's in relationships and they know their soul is screaming at them, I don't want to be here. There's something more I need to be doing. I'm talking to y'all. That's what I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the people. Their calling was to be a mother. Their calling was to be a wife. I ain't talking to none of y'all, but I'm talking to the ones who's pretending like you're happy, but you're not. You care more about your image than you do your own health. You care more. A lot of people are in relationships because they just want to prove people wrong. People like me. People like me who talk the way I talk. People just want to say, I just want to do the opposite of what that bitch is saying just to prove the bitch wrong. I'm still not going to be proven wrong because what I'm saying is still right in a lot of other marriages and relationships, honey. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. I just want women, if you have a higher calling, then do that. Do not force yourself into a relationship because that is how society runs. Don't allow your family to pressure you into getting married or into a relationship or having kids if that's not what you want to do. Don't be afraid. You got to understand. It took me a while to understand this. You're an adult. You're an adult. Who the fuck is going to whoop you? Just tell these people, hey, I'm not having kids. That may not sound normal to a lot of people, but honey, if you don't want it, don't force yourself to do it. Don't big yourself up to do that. You'll regret it in the end. Ew. Don't do that to yourself. But yeah, that's one of the things that irritates my fucking soul is when a woman who is of age and she knows better and she's still male-centered. Ugh. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened in these past few weeks, but literally men disgust me. They disgust the hell out of me, and I don't know where the fuck it came from. Y'all just are disgusting. And I know some good dudes. I know all of y'all ain't like that, but y'all as a whole, I'm disgusted just by from what I see on social media, because social media is not too far from real. People are more bold on social media. So social media, people like to express their real feelings, including me. So the things that people say, just listen to them. And a lot of these dudes are just ill to me. Ew, yuck, bleh. Ugh. Oh my God. It's ridiculous how I feel about dudes right now. It really is. It really is. Y'all are disgusting to me. Ew. So, yes, ladies, you have the power. Do not ever let a dusty ass man tell you that you don't have the power. You have the power, hon. You have the power, okay? And there is one more video I want y'all to see. And I've been saying this so much, I want a man to say it. So I'm going to let y'all hear him say what he has to say. And hopefully it just rings a bell in some of y'all. This is a man speaking what I usually speak, but it's a man saying it. So any man have a problem with what I say, what do you have to say about this man saying what I've said? we're going to go ahead and let him speak.
Women are pressured and told to marry when they're young because when women get older, they learn more about men. And the more that a woman knows about a man, the more she learns about men, the less likely it is that she's going to want to be with a man. Why do you think there's so much social pressure on women for marrying at a very early age? That's because the moment that women get older and start realizing how a lot of men are, I'm not saying all men, but the moment that they realize how a lot of men think, they're not going to want to be with one. And this is exactly why, as soon as a woman gets into her 30s, all of a sudden people start asking her, why are you not married yet? Why haven't you started a family? You're in your 30s. You should have married early.
See what he said right here. This reason here is why a lot of women got married. A lot of women have children. A lot of women did shit that they probably today wish they never did because of social pressuring. Mama did it, grandma did it, great grandma did. So no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that bullshit. Fuck no. It's time. We are living in the day and age of where you need to learn from other people's mistakes. I truly went against that. I truly believed I learned better through my experiences. I don't care what the experiences may be. I know I may hurt. I usually just go head first in any experience. Even when people used to give me advice or try to warn me about experience, I don't care. I believe in experience is the greatest teacher. And I truly believe that. But no, I'm not finna experience getting pregnant and having a kid in order to find out that that's something I don't want to fucking do. I see so many women on the internet. I've seen women in real life, women in my family. The shit they go through having these men's kids. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that bullshit. I don't know if y'all heard about that British Vogue article talking about having a boyfriend is embarrassing now. And it's very popular. I'm actually going to do a separate video on that where I'm going to read the article to y'all. But I get it. I get it. It's so embarrassing to have a boyfriend these days. And it's not embarrassing to have a boyfriend, but a lot of things and stories that I've seen a lot of women talk about online and what I've seen in real life, even what I've been through. Yeah, having a boyfriend is definitely embarrassing. It's embarrassing because most of them only listen to their guy friends. They only listen to their guy friends when it comes to making decisions about someone they want to be with. Like, ew. It's a fucking turnoff. Let's let him finish before I get carried away and go on a rant on these niggas.
Marry while you're young, marry while you have your youth, marry while you're beautiful, because when you're in your 30s, no one's gonna want you. This comes from both men and women, exponentially more from men than it does from women, but we hear it on both ends. You've heard the questions from your aunts, your uncles, other family members. You're 30, you're 31, you're 32, you haven't started a family, you haven't found a husband yet, your clock is ticking, your beauty is running out. The thing is, women who are in their 30s and are single, it's because they're aware of how things are. They're aware of how men are. And they're not just going to settle because of familial or social
Okay, I'm gonna
pressure.
stop it there. I do want y'all to understand that the most happiest people in the world are single women and married men. That's a statistic. Go look it up. Go look it up on your own. I'll try to have something here, but look it up. The happiest people are single women and married men. Because, I know there's some men that's probably unhappy in their marriage, but they won't get a divorce. They won't get a divorce because they need that woman. They know they're probably not going to find another woman that's going to want to, live with them and be with them and marry them again. So they're going to stay unhappy. There's a lot of unhappy men, but they need women. Men, they have this scarcity mindset to where it's not enough. So they're just going to, I might as well. I'm unhappy. And then they say things like, men throw away their happiness for their family. That's your fault. That is your fault. If you're not happy, leave. Leave. But anyway, I'm gonna let him finish. He got a little bit more to say.
Good, because the moment you settle for somebody because you start feeling some pressure from motherfuckers telling you and asking you about the family and shit, you fucked up. You're settling because of other people's pressure, not because you really want to. And this is one of the reasons for why a lot of men who see a woman in her 30s and single think she's a red flag, because they can't manipulate her, they can't control her, they can't.
She's a she's a red flag. A single woman in her 30s is a red flag. Why? Because they can't control her. They need, see, this is what they do. Men are so scared to die alone and be alone that they got to try to scare women. Misery loves company. So they like to project those feelings onto women. They like to scare women. And because men run everything and all the systems that we do go by was put in place by a man, even if it was centuries ago, a man put it there. As a whole, men and women, we're all going to believe in a man's opinion. We're all going to seek the male validation. We were programmed to seek male validation or to care so much about what men think. So they will tell us that, oh, you're old, and it will scare the younger women. So the younger women, they're automatically going to think they're better than older women because they're young, because they care about what men think. They care about what men think. And those same young girls who think they're better than the older women because they care about what men think will be the same young girls who will become insecure the older they get because they care so much about what the fuck a man has to say about them. Ladies, male validation, it don't fucking matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. You care about what men think, you'll be an insecure bitch. And that's what you get. I'm trying to tell y'all to fuck what they talking about. Male validation in a man's opinion about what women should do, it don't fucking matter. Even to the point of being a wife. A lot of men say you women don't know how to be wives. Did y'all know that how to be a wife was created by men? I truly despise any man telling a woman how to be or what to do, how to be a woman or what to do. I despise that. So being a wife will never be an ill. A man created wife. A man should never have a say so on what a woman should do as a woman. Fuck you and fuck your homeboy in this tight booty hole ass. That's what you do. But yeah, that's what they do. They try to, they scare us. And as we get older, we're scared to get older. I used to have a friend that used to think, I remember I used to be like 25 and I think she was like 22 or 23. She used to think 25 was old until she turned 25. We've been programmed, ladies and gents. We've been programmed, okay? So that's just how it goes. Then we get scared. So now we thinking we're better than the older women. Then we get in our 30s and 40s and shit. And we see like these niggas are weird. These men are weird. Y'all are weird. Y'all really trying to make us feel some way about ourselves because we are actually the ones who really know y'all. We really know y'all. Y'all predator ass motherfuckers just want to get with these young women so y'all can manipulate them. Y'all can't manipulate us. You can't manipulate us no more. That's why we rushed up, because you can't lie and we just believe the shit. A younger woman is easy to mold. She's malleable. She's probably going to go with whatever you say. She's going to go with your program and believe in it. Okay? But we'll let him finish.
and do whatever it is that they want with her. They can't play mind games on her. This woman in her 30s and single has mastered the art of solitude. She's okay with being alone. And a lot of men don't like that because they want to feel needed, which
This is gonna be the last time I stop. But I truly agree with that. I be telling people I love my I've lived in my solitude so much that I've become addicted to it. I love my own energy. I don't mind being alone. And sometimes when I tell some folks that, they just do not believe me. They be trying to tell me what I want. How you gonna tell me what I want when I'm telling you this is that I people do not understand the peace. That's because they have never sat alone for a period of time. So sometimes I will never understand it, because if a woman or anybody say they're fine with being alone and you have an issue with that, you have some pushback for that, then that means you are scared to be alone. Because a person who understands where I'm coming from when I say, hey, they would be like, I get it. I understand what you're saying. They wouldn't argue with that because they would understand, because they've been through and they know what I'm talking about. But a person who don't understand and they're giving me pushback about what I want in my life, they are the ones who's scared to be lonely. They are the ones, because if you understood what I was talking about, you would just be like, I understand. I get it. But you don't get it, which means you only believe in the other side. It's duality here. Okay? So we're going to let them finish it off.
is why they go for the younger women to try to brainwash them and indoctrinate them into thinking they have to marry early on, because when they marry older, no one's going to want them. Think about that. Women are pressured to marry very early on because the more they learn about men, the less they want to be with one. Enjoy your youth and enjoy your beauty. Do not let no motherfucker rob you of your youth and your beauty, and do not let anybody pressure you into thinking you have to be married because you're a certain age. Live your life and enjoy it unapologetically.
Yes, ladies. Yes. Live it, or otherwise you're going to grow older and resent the man that you chose at the time. Okay? Okay? So be smart. Choose wisely. Live your life. Live your life, ladies. Do not let these men bring y'all down. Don't let them. You hold a lot of power that you don't even realize you hold. Okay? But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Free World TV. And as I always say, through every struggle, a statement is made. It's your girl Free. And I'm out.